Alright, the PS Vita system is out, and I'll even give this an intro because it is a review. Alright, the PS Vita, otherwise known as the most powerful handheld bastard out there. I was on the fence about the PS Vita. I was like, yeah, it's powerful, it's out there now, but what does it have that I don't already have? Then I found out about a few features that Sony wants to do, and I was like, alright, that's compelling as hell. I'll look into that. Now I have one. First of all, let's do the boring stuff. I mean, how does it look? The PS Vita actually looks really good. It looks like PS3 graphics. I know it's not PS3 graphics, and it's easy to hide flaws when the screen's smaller, but if you hide them well and it ends up looking like PlayStation 3 graphics, well, then it looks like PlayStation 3 graphics, and I'm satisfied. I mean, I downloaded the demo to Rayman, and it looks good. I mean, the colors really snap out at you. I got Uncharted Golden Abyss with it, and it plays and looks just like Uncharted. That's another review for another time. I'll review that game later. This is all about the system, ladies and gentlemen. And even the interface I like, you know? I mean, it's not that boring-ass interface that the PSP and the PS3 have. Not that it's a bad interface. I mean, I'd be fine if it's like a DOS interface that works. But the fact is, I've seen the other one for like 8 years. I need something else now. Now I have something else. It runs multiple applications at a time. I heard it doesn't do music while you're playing games, which that's a bummer. I haven't tried that yet though. But I feel like that's something you can fix with a patch, so it'll probably be fixed. It should be fixed. If you can't play music while you're playing a game, dude, seriously, come on, fix that. And I'm glad it has dual analog sticks, although the analog sticks are kind of tiny. And the battery life. All right, you know how this stuff goes. The more powerful the system, the shorter the battery life. That's just reality. Battery life for the PlayStation Vita actually is a lot longer than the 3DS. But what really jumped out at me was the concept of what Sony wants to do with the PS Vita. That's what really made me go, dude, all right, yeah. Like I saw this commercial. This dude was playing an MLB game on his PlayStation 3, then he pauses it, picks up his Vita, unpauses it on there, picks up where he left off, and then he goes to work. Right there, I was like, whoa, wait, what is this madness? Tagline game changer? Yeah, it lives up to that shit, if that's real. So the concept is crossplay. If you have the PlayStation 3 version of a game and the PlayStation Vita version of the game, you can play it on the PlayStation 3 and then pause it on there if you need to go somewhere, like the store or something. I don't know why you'd be playing it if you have to drive to the store. That is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen, but yeah, I guess you can do it. Pick it up on your PlayStation Vita, go somewhere else, and it picks up right where you left off. Problem is, only a couple games support this right now, so I can't tell you the details other than what I've heard from Sony, and that is, yeah, it's cool, we want to do that, and we're working on it. That's paraphrased, it's not an exact quote, but you know. Supposedly, though, they want to push to where you only have to buy one version of the game. You buy the PlayStation 3 version, you can download the PS Vita version, now you have it, now you can cross-play. Which I feel like that is the coolest thing I've ever heard of in my life. I just feel like more games should support that, though. Like, okay, you got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the PlayStation 3, and you have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the PS Vita. And it doesn't support crossplay? That'd be a perfect opportunity to do it. However, they do support DLC content. Like, they said that if you have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 DLC for the PlayStation 3 and you get the PS Vita version, your DLC content on your PlayStation 3 can be ported over to your PS Vita because they're like, you've already bought it. Why should you have to buy it twice? That is a big win for Sony in my book. I like the fact that they did that. Usually in this gaming industry, you don't see a lot of freebies like that. And another cool feature is remote play. This is pretty much, I think, Sony's answer to the Wii U. You know how one of the main selling points of the Wii U is that, oh, you can turn off your TV and keep playing the game on the controller? You can pretty much do that with the PS Vita. You link your Vita to the PlayStation 3, now you're playing it on here, and your friends can watch whatever on the TV as long as your PlayStation 3 remains on. Again, though, not a lot of stuff supports it right now. I popped in my PlayStation 3 games, that didn't support it. I tried to play Twisted Metal Black because it was a free download when I got Twisted Metal for the PlayStation 3. That didn't work. Popped in Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1, that did work. Now, remote play is not a new thing. PSP had it, but it was, you know, kind of buggy and really abysmal. It was pretty miserable. At least in my experience anyway. But on the PS Vita, playing a PlayStation 1 game on your PlayStation 3, it's actually smooth. This works with downloaded PlayStation 1 games also. You don't have to be a lunatic like me that still has your first generation version of the PlayStation 3. But again, that's if I want to play a PlayStation 1 game. What I want is to be able to remotely play PlayStation 3 games from my PS Vita. That would be the money. I've heard you can do it with Layer. Of all the games, Layer. And I heard you can port downloaded PSP games from your PlayStation 3 to your PS Vita, but I don't know because I didn't do that. Then I thought, can I port the PlayStation 1 games over to the PS Vita memory so I have it on my PlayStation Vita? I tried that with Metal Gear Solid, that didn't work. Then that got me to thinking, like, you should be able to physically port more things from your PlayStation 3 to your PS Vita. Like, you know those arcade games, like the Simpsons arcade game, the X-Men arcade game? If you ported those over to the PS Vita memory card and you can play those whenever and wherever you are, that would be awesome. Those would be perfect for on-the-go gaming on the PlayStation Vita because they take like 15 to 20 minutes to beat. Old school arcade games on the go, that is win right there. So it seems like the PlayStation Vita and what they want to do with it is more potential than reality at the moment. But if they make it reality, that would be the coolest thing on earth? I mean, make all these games compatible through crossplay, make all these games compatible through remote play, and I got the 3G version of the system also because it came with a free 8 gig memory card, and that's not bad. Here's my dilemma though. I can either pay $30 a month for 2 gigs of service per month, or I can get a 4G cell phone through my cell phone provider I already have, then pay for the service to make my 4G cell phone a wireless hotspot and link my Vita to that so I can have 4G on the go anywhere I go. 3G or 4G? So I pretty much got the 3G version for the free memory card because that was cool. So here is my message to Sony, a message that they probably already know. Sony, if you want your PlayStation Vita to survive, put all your efforts into making crossplay as compatible as you possibly can with as much stuff as you possibly can. If you are somehow allocating any funding to curing the uncurable Japanese syphilis and you're one step from doing it, nix it. Take all those resources and make crossplay and remote play work. Because casual gamers, they don't need you and they don't want you. They have their cell phones, they play their Angry Birds and the really quick games on their cell phones. The cell phones have taken casual gaming over. They don't need it. Hardcore gaming freaks like me that have PlayStation 3s that might want cross-play and remote play, that's what you need to market to. So make this shit work. So the PS Vita, it looks great. That's undeniable. I like the interface. However, the main selling points of it, which are cross-play and remote play, those need work. If they get those to work and they get the downloaded games on the PlayStation 3 workable on the PS Vita, it would be a powerhouse. I hope that happens. It's on the table to happen. I know they're working on it. I just hope it happens soon. So the PlayStation Vita, have you played it? Have you seen it? Are you interested in it? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.